Hi there. It is Thursday, the 11th of March. It's pouring with rain outside, so I thought I would come inside and do this recording today and just share with you what I've been thinking about this week. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of press over these last few days about the interview on Sunday evening with Oprah Winfrey and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. A lot of comment, a lot of opinion. There was just one thing that really struck me in that interview. I've not heard it, but I've read a lot of stuff about what was said. And that is when the Duchess speaks about struggling with mental health and feeling alone and feeling isolated, feeling trapped and feeling unheard. It got me to thinking about how many people feel that way. That when they're struggling with something, they feel alone and they feel unheard. Maybe they even feel as if people don't believe them and what they're struggling with and what they're going through. In South Africa, there is a greeting that we sometimes use. It's a Zulu word, and the word is sawubona. Sawubona. It doesn't mean hello, although we would use it as a greeting. What it does mean is, I see you. It's an acknowledgement of the person. I see you, I notice you, and you are worthy of my attention. There's a story in John 11, one that we're probably very familiar with, the one where Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead. And there is a moment in the story when Jesus is standing. He's about to raise Lazarus from the dead. And he looks around and he sees Mary and he sees Martha. And they're both in the midst of their grief. They are crying and weeping. And he looks around at the friends. And it tells us that he sees them and he sees that they are crying and weeping too. And then, what it doesn't tell us, it doesn't say that Jesus says to them, it's all going to be all right. You don't have to cry. I'm about to raise him from the dead. Everything's going to be fine. It doesn't say that Jesus says to them, don't be silly. What are you crying for? It's so silly to cry. It doesn't say that Jesus ignores them. It tells us that Jesus sees them weeping, and he is filled with sorrow for them, and he weeps with them. Jesus sees them, and Jesus acknowledges them, and Jesus sits with them in that moment. When someone is struggling with something, when they are feeling low, when they are feeling depressed, struggling with anxiety or loneliness or grief, when they're feeling as if they are in a dark place and the darkness is just overwhelming, when they feel as if the waves around them are huge and massive and they're about to come crashing down on them and they are going to drown in those waves, what that person doesn't want is to be told, don't be silly, everything's going to be fine. It'll be all right. Pick yourself up. They don't want to be ignored or to be made to feel as if what they're feeling is not real. They shouldn't be feeling that. There's no need for them to be feeling that way. What they want is to be seen. And maybe even for someone just to sit with them in that moment and say, I'm here. You're not alone in this. Psalm 23, we read that the Good Shepherd leads us through the valley of the shadow of death, the darkest of valleys. He doesn't stand on the other side of the valley calling us, saying, it'll be all right, just get here. If you can just get to me, it'll be okay. He walks with us. He comes alongside us. If somebody is struggling, somebody is crying out for help, They want to be heard and they want to be seen. They want to be acknowledged. And they want to know that they're not on their own in all of this. Folks, look out for one another. Take care of one another. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling in a place where everything just seems to be crashing down on you and you feel trapped and you feel that there is no way out of that situation, ask for help. Cry out for help. You are not alone in this life. You are not alone in the struggle that you are going through. Even if you feel as if you are not alone. Ask, look, cry. And if you hear somebody crying for help, if you see somebody asking for help, then it might not be in the most direct way. Don't ignore and don't dismiss. Don't tell them everything will be fine, just pick yourself up. Just come alongside them. Just sit there with them in that moment so that they know that they're not alone. God bless and take care.